Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren. Wir sind die Gemütlichen Schuhplatter. So, good evening or good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're the Gemütlichen Schuhplatter, which is a Bavarian alpine folk dance group. And we're based here out of Anaheim. And we're here this evening to share with you some traditions from southern Germany. Okay? So, we're going to get started today with the Apperschnauzen, which in translation is a giant whip. The giant whip is used to scare away demons and bad spirits before a festival or an event that you may be having. So we have Deanne here who's going to demonstrate that for you. So what do you think? Did we scare away the bad spirits? I think she did a pretty good job on that. Next for you, we have Gary coming up, and he's going to be playing a traditional Alp horn. And this horn was used in the mountain areas to communicate between towns. So right now, Gary's going to play us a little song on the Alp horn. Looks like he brought a little visitor with him. We'll explain that in a little while here. So Gary played the Alp horn, and if you notice, there's no buttons on that Alp horn to change keys. So he was doing that all with his mouth there. So quite a skill to achieve. So next we're going to do a men's dance for you, and this dance is called the Ambos, which means the anvil. And the gentlemen do this dance, and most of the dances that we do are the men trying to impress the women. So let's see how well they do at impressing us. Thank you. Thank you. You can see we're starting on our next generation. So they're totally enthusiastic into doing this, and we enjoy having them up here on the stage with us. So did the gentlemen impress the ladies with their dancing? All right, I'd like to hear that. So right now we're going to actually do a partner dance, and this is a figure dance from an area in Austria called Steiermark, which is the hometown of our former governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. So that's its claim to fame. So the dance we're going to be doing now is the Steiermarker, and it is a figure dance. Our costumes are from the 1800s in southern Germany, the Bavaria area, and we get them recreated for us so that we can be as authentic as possible. The men are actually wearing lederhosen, which are leather pants with green stitching on them, and the women are in what we call today a festtracht. The next dance that we're going to do is our most traditional Schuhplatter dance. It comes from the Tromtal region of southern Germany. It's called the Tromtaler, and this time we're going to get the women involved with the men, and see who impresses each other the best. Thank you. So as you can see from that, it's a very difficult dance, not only for the gentlemen doing their schuhplatter, the shoe slapping, but for the women spinning around. So the floor here is a little cement, and so it makes it a little difficult, and some of the girls switch to one of our other steps on that. But as you can see, it is very pretty with the girls with their skirts belling out, and makes a very nice picture for you. So right now we have a visitor with us. So in Germany, excuse me, they celebrate St. Nicholas Tag, which happens on December 6th. And this is one of the original versions of what we now call Santa Claus. So back in the 11th century, there was a gentleman who was a Christian bishop, and his name was Nicholas. And he inherited quite a bit of wealth from his parents, but because he went into the church, he didn't feel right keeping the wealth for himself. So he decided to help people, and but he wanted to do it anonymously. So he started out by putting a bag of gold through a farmer's window so that his three daughters, the farmer's daughters, would have a dowry and be able to get married. And he did that anonymously. And throughout the years, he started giving gifts to people. And he was then become a saint, and they named the 6th of December as his day. So St. Nicholas, now, or as the tradition grew, is the children would put their shoes out their side their doors and on the 5th and hope that St. Nicholas would bring them something. If they were good, he would bring them oranges or candies or little gifts. If they were bad, they would get a lump of coal. It sounds familiar, right? So, but St. Nicholas also had some little friends, and his little friends are called Krampus. And Krampus would take the very bad children, and they would take them away and take them into the woods. And the Krampus took care of the very bad kids. So in today's tradition, December 5th is Krampuslauf, and they will have a celebration in Germany where the young gentlemen will all dress up as Krampus, and they would parade around town, and St. Nicholas would come and angels would come, and it would be a nice celebration. And then in the morning, when the children woke up, they would find their shoes filled with gifts. So that is the tradition of St. Nicholas, and this is the tradition that actually started Santa Claus for us. So tonight, we have for you St. Nicholas and 2 of his Krampus. So this year we did do 2 celebrations for Krampus. We were at 2 different locations, and we have one of our members who writes a play every year. We put on a play with St. Nicholas and the Krampus, and it's a really nice celebration that we do. So that's one of our ways of passing the traditions along. So next for you, the Bavarian people were very creative in their music and creating instruments. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to play the lofo for you, which are spoons. And we have several people here for you that are going to play the spoons, and we have St. Nicholas overlooking. So how did that sound? Pretty good? So again, we like to make music out of various different things. And the next thing that we're going to be doing for you is playing the gazelle. And the gazelle are these little whips that the shepherds would be using, but instead of using them on their sheep, they'd be using them on their geese. And they would use these whips to move their geese around from place to place. So we like to make music with them. So here we go with the gazelle.
Yeah!
our gentlemen had 2 gozzles, and that's in case one of the little snappers on the end comes up, then they just switch over to the other one and they can still make their noise. In some areas, there are gentlemen who are able to do 2 at a time, so we haven't quite gotten there yet, but we're working on it. So we're going to be doing another figure dance, and this is probably more of a finger dance than a figure dance. When you see it happening, you'll understand why I mean a finger dance. So we're going to have 2 sets of people out here. We're going to have 1 gentleman and 2 girls in each set, and they're going to be doing something called the dry steimer. So, and the word dry has to do with the number 3. So here we go with the dry steimer. girls weren't happy with the choices they had. I don't know, I'd pick one. They didn't ask me. So we're gonna finish up here with a very traditional dance called the Holzhacker, which is basically the wood chopper dance. And this involves the men chopping wood, which kind of makes sense, right? So give them a second to get all settled. and we are ready to go with the Holzsoccer, the woodchopper dance.
Look, they're actually talking to us. We were nothing
some traditional Bavarian folk dances. And we just wanted to let you know we appreciate it. And we will be over by the brown art structure for photo opportunities if you'd like to take a picture with St. Nicholas and his Krampus. Okay? Thank you very much and have a nice evening.
Coming up in just a few minutes, El Centro Folklorico.